Here's an interview with the owner of Chocosphere, Joanne, one of the two owners. She's married to the other owner, and she's being confronted about allegations. Now, mind you, she's calling in for this interview. She wasn't called for this interview. So she called in. She wasn't ambushed. She called in to conduct this interview.
Joanne.
Hi, Joanne. I have some things I'd like to discuss with you. Hang on one second. Let me get my keyboard out. So,
If you're going to record this, please turn it off. I don't consent to that.
I understand.
So she doesn't want it to be recorded. Why doesn't she want to be recorded? She's a business owner being confronted about questions having to do with her business. She knows why she's calling in. She knows she's calling in to answer questions about her business, and now she doesn't want it to be recorded. Why doesn't she want it to be recorded? She doesn't want to be recorded because she doesn't want a record of this. Unfortunately, there is a record of this because Oregon is a one-party consent state. That means as long as you are a party to a conversation over the telephone, it is your privilege to record your telephone business calls, and I highly recommend you always record any business call that you have in the state of Oregon when legally permitted to do so, regardless of any other objections.
So the first thing I want to ask, did you have a rodent issue?
A rodent?
Mm-hmm. Melissa was...
I know of.
Not that she knows of.
Issue there that was
So notice she takes a dramatic pause. She knows she's about to lie. Not that she knows of. No, she knows it very well.
issue.
A rodent?
Mm-hmm. Melissa was...
I know of.
You never had a rodent issue there that was addressed?
Not that I know of. For a while we had ants, but we had somebody come in and take care of it.
So no.
Oh, so she just had ants. She doesn't want you to know about the rats that are near your chocolates and the foods that you're sending to your family members. She doesn't want you to know about the rats. The ants you can know about. She's willing to tell you about the ants. Chocosphere in Tualatin, Oregon does not want you to know about the rats that they have.
You have a rodent issue?
A rodent?
Mm-hmm. Melissa was...
I know of.
You never had a rodent issue there that was addressed?
Not that I know of. For a while we had ants, but we had somebody come in and take care of it.
So nothing with rodents at all?
I don't think. Well, maybe a long time ago, but not recently.
Okay, so...
She doesn't think maybe a long time ago there were rats running around your chocolate. But she doesn't think maybe there was, though.
There was never a time where you had rodents where Melissa then would have told people that you had a rodent issue. And when you did have it, though, did you...
I don't know what she said.
Okay.
I can't tell you what she said.
When you had this rodent issue, did you leave any type of warning on your website or any type of literature on your website?
You know, I don't know what you're talking about.
That's okay. Let me ask you something else. Were you selling and distributing exotic animals through JP in your warehouse?
Heavens, no.
Okay.
So she doesn't know anything about the turtles that were being sold in the warehouse illegally. She doesn't, heavens no, she doesn't know anything about that, heavens no.
So you weren't allowing turtles and geckos and things of that nature that were illegal to be distributed through your facility?
We never allowed that, no.
So how is it possible that Melissa was coming out of your facility with turtles and such through JP?
I don't know.
Okay.
I cannot say what they did. I don't know, but we never allowed that.
Okay. Do you know anything about her using your facility to sell cannabis lace products that are beyond the state limit?
I don't know anything about her selling things out of... No, that never happened.
So this is a lie. This is one of her employees that she's hired through a temporary agency, Northwest Staffing, and this employee gave to her CBD-laced cannabis gummies and THC-laced cannabis gummies, at least according to her testimony. And she received these items from someone that used to sell chocolates there named Suzanne.
She never gave you CBD-laced products?
CBD-laced products. Me?
Notice how she repeats everything. CBD, rodent issues. Oh, you repeat. This is what's called a tell. You understand?
Right. She bragged that she would deal with you under the table, and that you were kind of like a drug user, and she would give you medibles, and that Jerry, your husband, would try to intervene and object to this. Is there any truth to that?
I think that is totally fabricated. I can't believe she said that.
Okay. Are you known for entering something called psych mode? Like Joanne was in, let's see, psycho.
So this is kind of frivolous. This is just one of her employees saying that she was known for entering something called psycho mode, where she was completely unreasonable and she would act in ways that weren't beneficial for anything.
Mode. Is that a thing over there with you?
Talking about.
Okay.
I don't know what psycho mode? I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, it's something that Melissa used to say it was an inside thing about you that they would warn other employees. Well, one last thing, and then I'll let you go. There was a diet that was going on.
Did you say psycho or psycho?
Psycho, like you're acting crazy and irrational, and Jerry has to calm you down.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Again, last thing I wanted to talk about. There was a diet product that JP was bringing for the HGC diet. It was
Again, the employees, Melissa and JP, these are employees through temp agencies that they use. And they pay these employees extra money under the table that they call bonuses. And she says that she verified with the IRS that it's okay. But it's funny because when I interviewed Melissa, Melissa had told me that this money was something that they give under the table. And she showed a boatload of cash money. So I don't know.
Bizarre diet. It was a low-calorie diet. But the thing that was odd about this diet is I believe it used dehydrated urine. And I was wondering if... I'm sorry?
I said yuck.
Right. And I was wondering if you were aware of that, because that was taking place in your warehouse.
I don't know anything about that. So, you've talked about this money that we gave her, and that was not money from Chocosphere. That was our personal money, and it was a gift, and I've done research that we can...
So now it's their personal money that's a gift. So they have a temporary employee that they're not calling their employee that's been there for years and years and years, that they're giving personal gifts, cash gifts to. But there's nothing nefarious going on there. This isn't anything to skirt any taxes or any obligations of that nature. Of course, they don't want this call recorded. They don't want you listening to this call. But now you're listening to it. And now you've heard the truth about this company. Demand that they release their rodent history from the time they opened business until today's date. Before they are allowed to sell anything. That's the way it should be.